Hi Dad, I am making a little intro video for you so that I can explain a little bit about the workouts ahead of time so that you know, so I don't have to text it all out, but you can also feel free to call or text me to ask questions, but just a little bit of background about them. So every workout has a warm up with it, a few rounds of exercises to do to get your body ready to work out. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just cycle through those, getting yourself, like, hopefully your heart rate up a little bit, your body feeling physically warm. You can do longer than 5 minutes if you want, but at least 5 minutes. An exception could be if you decide to take a walk that day, even a 10-20 minute walk. You get back inside, you're feeling pretty good, your body's feeling warm, you could hop right into your workout. I'd still recommend at least doing a little bit of upper body, like maybe some arm circles or swings or anything like that to make sure that your shoulders are ready for what you're going to do. But that could be a way to get a little bit of cardio and steps in and also your warm up in. Let's see. Next, every workout has 5 exercises with it. There's 2 upper body, 2 lower body, and then 1 core exercise so that it's well-rounded. What I imagined for you is similar to Kit, starting out with 2 to 3 workouts per week. So I wanted those workouts to be full body so that you're hitting everything, every muscle group as much as possible. It is important to give your major muscle groups a rest of about 48 hours in between working that same muscle group again. So if you were to hit squats really hard on a Monday, you'd want to wait until at least Wednesday to do it again. So having a rest day in between can be helpful. However, I did design some of these workouts so that one of the workouts is more like press movement, so a lot of like chest and shoulders, while the workout the next day is a lot of pull movements, more back and biceps. So you could do them back to back and you'll be fine, but I just wanted to have that like little buffer day in between if possible. But if not, the first workout and the second workout specifically could be done on back-to-back days if you want to. Anything else that I need to know about that? Okay, so in those 5 exercises, I have them grouped in the first 2 exercises and then the second 3 exercises. So when you work out, you also want to give yourself a little bit of rest in between sets, as you may know. And if you are working out just legs on a day, that means like doing something heavy and then resting for like 2 to 3 minutes sometimes. And so it can take a really long time to get through workouts. So in order to make this less overwhelming, I know sometimes if you go and you're like, wow, I'm gonna have to work out for 60 minutes, it can keep you from even doing the workout. So I try to keep them 30 minutes. So if you do an upper body workout and then a lower body workout back to back, then you only have to take 1 rest because you're working different muscles then. So that's what the idea is. The first 2 exercises, there's an upper then a lower body, and then you'd rest. Then you do them again. Exercise 1, then 2, and then rest. Exercise 1, then 2, then rest 3 times through, so that you just have 1 rest. And then the next 3 exercises, you've got an upper, a lower, and then a core. So you do exercise 3, 4, 5, rest. 3, 4, 5, rest, etc. So 3 sets of every exercise. That's the hope. You can do it however you want. You can do a rest after every exercise. I don't care. It's just I was hoping to make it a little bit more, get through it for you. Then at the end, there is a cool down. So I have some stretches, again, to keep you safe, to keep your range of motion healthy, and all of that. So there's a little bit of that at the end of every single one of them. It could take you 2 to 5 minutes. How long you hold a stretch is really up to you. I would hold a stretch for at least 10 seconds, if not longer. So that's my recommendation. The last really big thing is how many reps and how heavy of a weight you should use. And unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you, especially on the weight. For Christy, I was able to give her some recommendations based on what I thought she might be able to do. But I'm not really sure for you, especially like for men, I don't know as well. I just know that it's more than me. And I'm not sure because you haven't lifted weights in a while or that's not part of your routine, like where you would be at. So you're going to there's going to be a little bit of trial and error. And I can let you know what weight I would probably use for that so that you kind of have a starting point. you're going to want to aim for something that's going to challenge you within the 8 to 10 rep range ish, right? So if you think about something like bicep curls, you could do 3 pounds of bicep curls forever until you get tired, probably like 100 reps before you actually get to the point where you couldn't do a single more rep. That's not what we want. We want to be a little more efficient than that. So you want to choose a weight. Let me back up for a second. If you say pick up 20 pounds and you do 10 reps of bicep curls and you're like, wow, that was easy, I could probably do 10 more reps or even 3 more reps easily, you need to up the weight. It's not going to change you if it doesn't challenge you. So find something that feels like you couldn't possibly do one more rep after that 10-ish range. If you pick up a weight and you can barely squeak out 2 reps, probably a little too heavy, go a little bit lighter, right? Challenges you, you can do 6 reps, that's good still. That's kind of, it's close. Do that weight until you can do more of them. So and you might find different days you can lift heavier. It depends on like how you sleep and how you eat and all of those things as well. But in general, you'll notice over time that you can do more and you want to keep increasing it so that you can keep growing. So that's going to be the part, like the trial and error is going to make the whole thing take just a little bit longer in the beginning, but eventually you're going to get it. Write down those weights so that you know, so that when you come back to it the next time, you're like, oh yeah, at 20 pounds on the bicep curl, that was so easy. I'm definitely going to try 25, maybe even 30 today and see how that feels. So it's just going to be an experiment, and you always want to be challenging yourself still with good form. Like you don't want to like pick up something and be hurting yourself, right? Because it's so heavy. You want to make sure that you can do it well, but you want it to be challenging. So I believe that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. See you in the first workout.